mean, slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out, yeah, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world, and you know it. I thought that I was done, he said hop back in. Made it to the league, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang it. They no can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If Hit Boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury.
That underground music, riding in the years, not used. Title up, you a lose. I approve. I bet, I step.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, there's a big hit right away as he's knocked down hard on the opening kickoff. They'll run here with a rookie. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Eagles, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were...
Well, he cannot get away. Down goes Vic. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Here's Cunningham. Over the middle, complete. That's McCoy. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. First and 10.
Let's go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0. Seven 0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football. Wound up leading to a touchdown. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You look at this Eagle defense.
They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I...
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And problem spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Cunningham. Gets a short one to Selleck. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Cunningham looking to throw. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. In motion right comes Jackson.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit the tackle to Kentavious Street, the product of NC State.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 8.
Cunningham to throw. He finds McCoy. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. 23 yards the pickup there. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now Cunningham. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McCoy. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 6 with the ball on the 7. Macklin now on the end around. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Now here's Vick. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off. And
pressure coming, and they got him once again. The The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
14 yards there and an Eagle first down. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll score! Touchdown, Eagles! A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Let's go.
Here's Vick. This complete to Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down. Vick readies to throw. He's got White here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Go.
Again, it's Vick. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
From the shotgun, it's Vick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing, Vick. That's caught by Risen. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. A give to Anderson here out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. To throw, Vick. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Facing this big 1st half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Vick now. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Here's Cunningham from the gun. He's got his man quick. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better or something.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Vick with the incompletion on first down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 57 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Vic to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And he returns this to the 22. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now Cunningham. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Here we go.
Here's a give to McCoy running left.
He'll get it across midfield down to the 49.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Here we go, sack 19 Lions.
Operating from the gun, Cunningham. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Off the play fake, Vic. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. No gain on the play. And And that'll bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on second down. Vick hauled in by Anderson, left side. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Falcons get a bit closer. Coup for the extra point.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. 2nd and 6.
Into space at the 45.
As they finally wrangle him in at the 48. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Jackson, the man in motion right.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Let's go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man wide open. It's Macklin. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 33. A good pickup there at 22.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Back to throw again. He's got Selleck here, complete. And he'll be touchdown in the end, but a big play on that one.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
They'll go again to McCoy. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down. But I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Throwing to start the drive. Vick, screen play, Anderson. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Throw left side complete. That's Gonzalez. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
There we go. Track 60.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
On play action, Vick. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. From the gun, Vick. Here's a diving catch right side. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. Vick to the air again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's White. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Jakeem Grant, a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Cunningham. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
And now both of these defenses have something to brag about following this one, each with a pick 6 today.
They are even there, but we still have to decide a winner, don't we, partner? And what they really want to brag about after this one is getting that W. The turnovers are great. Can they make plays now that tilt the balance in their favor?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. midfield before going out of bounds at the 49.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. 63 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Now Cunningham. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Again, it's McCoy. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Here's Cunningham.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. In motion right is a running back.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And that one not fooling anyone. It'll go down as a completed pass, but it will lose a big chunk of yardage.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. They go back to the ground with McCoy. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here's first and 10.
Now here's Vick. He's got White here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's first and 10.
Throwing, Vick. He finds his man, complete. It's Gonzalez. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Vick now from the 50.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36. Vic now. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for two. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Let's go. Go.
Vic. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Another carry tonight for McCoy. He's been the workhorse. To about the 40-yard line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.